Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of One Big Thing. Kurt Goulding here, returning from a near 3-week road trip across the eastern part of the U.S. Back refreshed, ready to go, full of lots of stories. Anyway, today's one big thing is next year. Yeah, next year. The reason we need to look at next year is that actually can impact this year's demand, and particularly in the world of corn and soybeans. And in the corn world, nearby corn seems to be stabilizing in about a, 30-40 cent range between 5.20-ish and 5.60, kind of in that. So generally speaking now, as we go along, is that yields are stabilizing and maybe increasing a tad on the corn. There seems to be as many pleasantly pleased as disappointed reports that we're picking up anecdotally. Now, we'll be moving into really the gut slot harvest over these next 2 weeks. We're not really all that deep into harvest yet, so it's still coming on. Now, what we're seeing is that DEES-22, next year's new crop, seems to want to hang around above $5, $5.25, $5.33 right now as we're talking. And, there's no doubt that due to the energy price increases, significant increases in the cost of natural gas, that fertilizer for corn has skyrocketed, and that then impacts the cost of production of corn. So as we see that, and we get concerned about, are we going to be able to buy enough acres? However, soybeans have been in a near free fall. Nearby beans are trading in the mid $12 range. Right now we're trading $12.45. Okay, so they're in this mid $12 range, and NOV-22 is essentially the same price. Now here's a couple of the problems. Brazil is planting a record crop, 4% bigger. And they're going to have better yields, probably. The weather is cooperating to get it planted. They're moving right along, and they could produce 145 million tons. Oh my. And DEES-22 corn at 5.30 is way more profitable than NOV-22 beans at 12.45. We could suddenly go from a very tight to a very excessive corn carryout next year, which also is the anticipation comes for this bigger crop. Buyers may put their hands in their pocket, and what are they going to do with that? And oh yeah, what is China going to do? Who knows? But we'll talk about that next time. So until that next time, happy trading.